2 videos, 1 day. No, your eyes are not deceiving you. It is happening. It doesn't happen very often, but here we are. What's going on, everyone? It's Sean, and welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you guys are having a phenomenal second to last day of the year 2020. Yes, tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and on Friday, 2021 will be here. Hopefully you guys are as excited as I am, because I think we are all ready to bury this year 6 feet deep. So, for those of you that did not watch the earlier video I posted today, it was a pack opening I did back on New Year's Eve. There was no commentary on the video. I just added the usual music that I add to it, and I posted it for you guys, so go check that out. Link will be up on the top right hand corner of your screen. What we did is we full sent and opened packs for Michael Vick, Randy Moss, and Deion Sanders, who all came out last week on Christmas Eve. I also posted a video a couple days back in regards to the new abilities and the ability changes that are coming to MUT, or that have already came to MUT. They went live yesterday, so I will also link that on the top right hand corner of your screen. Now, as you guys can see by the title of the video, it's coming a little bit early this week. Usually happens on Friday. Last week it happened on Saturday because of the holiday. But because of the changes that were made in MUT in regards to abilities, and that it went live yesterday, we went ahead and decided, you know what, we're going to show you guys the lineup early this week. So yes indeed, the lineup update video is here for you guys. Now, it is Wednesday, obviously. It's Wednesday, my dudes. And Weekend League doesn't start until tomorrow. So there is still a possibility that some things could change when it comes to not only abilities, but also players as well. But I will keep you guys informed. I might do another lineup update video, but I'll try to make it shorter if there are any major changes that come within the next day or two. So I will let you guys know about that. Keep your eyes peeled. So without further ado, let's transition. Woo! We're transitioning here to the lineup. Now, for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, first of all, welcome. Second of all, if you don't know what we do during the lineup update, it's pretty cut and dry. I show you guys my lineup in Madden Ultimate Team. I show you guys the offense, the defense, special teams, the specialists, the whole 9 yards. And I update you guys on any changes, any upgrades that we have made throughout the course of the week. Weekend League Chronicles episode number 15 will be dropping tomorrow. This is the lineup that is post Weekend League last week. So this is the lineup we are going to be heading in with as of now for Weekend League that is going to be for Weekend League Chronicles that is going to be the following week. I know that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense, but you know what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm trying to say. So without further ado, let's show you guys the squad. Now, once again, this is reflecting the new changes that were made. So now, instead of having 10 ability points on offense and defense, we have 12. All right? And yesterday, mostly, after the changes went live in the game, we spent a lot of time toying around, experimenting, and I'm kind of still in that phase as well as we speak of figuring out exactly what I want to do. And I've been going back and forth, and do I want to do this, or do I want to do that? All that good stuff. But right now, this is what I believe we are going to be taking into war with for 25 games of Weekend League beginning tomorrow. So, first things first is the offense. We always start with the offense first because that's what pops up first here on the lineup screen. The cast of characters you see haven't really changed a whole lot, and they haven't really changed a whole lot recently, except for a tight end, and we'll get to that here momentarily. first things first, we'll start off with the offensive line. We still have the same offensive line we had the last couple of weeks. Covert, Stitchcomb, Kelsey, Big Larry Allen, and Ryan Ramczyk, right? The thing that changed with the offensive line when it comes to the abilities is this man right here, Jason Kelsey. Now before, Identifier, which is what I have on him, was 2 AP. But now, it's only 1. So that helps out a ton. That helps out so much. And Identifier is definitely a staple for me, but it's going to be a staple for probably pretty much everyone else playing this game, because it is 1 AP to see who your opponent is using on defense, and it's probably the best 1 AP now to spend on any ability in the game. And that's just my opinion. And I've been on the Identifier train the whole year. You guys have seen after update after update after update, you guys have heard me praise Identifier. And now it's the best 1 ability in the game, in my opinion. So, that helps us out a ton. We can spend 1 AP elsewhere on the team. Now, we went ahead here. As you can see, we have George Kittle, who finally got an upgrade. It's been a hot minute since he got an upgrade. He has been injured a lot this year, so it's kind of been difficult to give him multiple upgrades, but he's finally got one now. And here's what he looks like. And we also have abilities on him as well. Darren Waller, he is God tier. I absolutely love Darren Waller. We are definitely going to get him if he gets an upgrade soon, which I hope he does, because he is unreal. But here is George Kittle. I'll talk about his abilities here soon, but we'll just take a look at his stats. He has 91 speed. Once again, we are still rocking with the Niners Raiders theme team. So 25 out of 50 on both gets us +1 speed boost to everyone who gets the Niners and the Raiders theme team. And George Kittle obviously plays for the San Francisco 49ers. So yeah, 91 speed. He is 1 point slower than Darren Waller. Darren Waller is 92 speed. So there lies in the advantage for Darren Waller, is that he's faster. But Kittle is able to hit all the route thresholds that I need him to hit, which is the 94 medium, which gives him good route running on posts, and crossing routes, which help beat man coverage. So, and then he obviously has perfect catching too at 99. He's 6'4". He is basically almost exactly like Darren Waller, except 1 point slower. So, I will go into the reason why we changed from Darren Waller to George Kittle here right now. So, you guys can see on his player card item, it's kind of hard to read because of the blue and white, but it says tight end possession. What that means is that he is a possession archetype tight end. And for those of you that tuned in to the video about the abilities and my reactions and thoughts and all that good stuff a couple days ago, or if you clicked the blog post that was made by EA and you read it yourself that way, they went ahead and changed the ability point pricing on possession tight ends for tight end apprentice from 2 AP to 1. So once again, that frees up 1 AP. So that really, really, really helps us. Obviously, you see there's another ability on him as well. I have 2 of them on George Kittle, combining for 2 AP. Once again, I will explain and I'll talk about his abilities. He does have tight end apprentice, but we'll talk about the other ability here soon. Wide receivers. We still have the same wide receivers as we had last week. We still have Randy Moss, who was absolutely unreal. I'm telling you, he is by far and away the best wide receiver in the game. And it's not even close. It really isn't. He's built different. It's Randy Moss. Not much. I mean, it's to be expected. We still have Deion Sanders as well, who is honestly my second favorite receiver because he's really good. And then we still have the regular cast here of just Niners and Raiders backups. Still have Juszczyk here just at the fullback position. We still have Reggie Bush, Bo Jackson, Raheem Mostert, nothing changed there, and Brett Favre. Now, Brett Favre, as you can see, gunslinger, we still have it on him, is now 2 AP on him, unfortunately. It was 1 up until yesterday, but they went ahead and raised gunslinger on all quarterbacks, which is unfortunate. So now he is getting it for 2 AP instead of 1. So essentially, the freed up AP from identifier got added on to gunslinger, or from tight end apprentice to gunslinger. You get to give it that way, which is kind of unfortunate, but it is what it is. So let's talk about now what our abilities are. How are we spending our now 12 AP on offense, and then we'll get to defense momentarily. So let's look at it, shall we? So on Randy Moss, we are still using deep in and deep out elite. Now, this combo is still extremely, extremely, extremely deadly. But in order for it to work, he needs to be one-on-one, and he needs to have proper body positioning in order for it to work. And also, it has to light. You have to see it light up as well on the field. Whenever an ability gets activated, there is a flashing light that happens just underneath their feet, and you will see that the ability activates. Now, there's some instances where the ability does not, or the abilities, I should say, they don't work. And that's because he either A, is double covered, or B, he does not have the body positioning. He must be single covered, and he must have body positioning in order to ag the piss, or shall I say, moss the piss out of a defensive back. So we're still rocking with it. I still think it's very glitchy. I tried out Route Technician on him. That's something we could potentially go back because he does get Route Tech, but it is 3 AP. So I would have to rearrange some things there if I wanted to try out Route Technician. I don't know if I want to do that. So we are going to go ahead. We are going to go into battle in the weekend league with this combo of abilities on him. Deep in and deep out elite. All right, moving on then. We still have Edge Protector on our tackle, Jimbo Covert. We still have Route Technician on Deion Sanders. Honestly, I have taken it off him. I have put it back on, taken it back off, and put it on again, time and time and time. A part of me thinks Route Technician is needed. A part of me thinks Route Technician isn't really needed. But you know what? We're rocking with it anyways. It makes him more glitchy, as I tend to say. So Deion Sanders with Route Technician, and plus it helps him destroy man coverage as well. So that helps. Jason Kelsey here, the center, once again, identifier. 1 ability point, which is so freaking awesome. And now we get to George Kittle. So as you see there, tight end apprentice. 1 AP on him because he's a possession archetype tight end. And then red zone threat. Red zone threat, you can read the description there for yourself, but it is basically what Randy Moss has, except in the red zone. So if George Kittle is one-on-one and he has the proper body positioning, he's going to ag the piss out of a defender. He is going to moss a defender, and he's going to catch it no matter what. This ability is amazing when it works. When it does not work, a lot of the time. It's probably about a 60-40 split. It works about 60% of the time. Not all the time, though, but it doesn't work about 40% of the time. Or maybe like 55-45. Something like that. But it does work. And when it does, you're going to be scoring tutties. And that's what we have with George Kittle. I think this is definitely a good move for us. We not only get tight end apprentice and red zone threat for the same AP cost is what tight end apprentice would cost on Darren Waller. So it's an added bonus, especially when we get down to the red zone. The red zone is the dead zone. It's very hard to score. So throwing it up to him, single coverage with body positioning, we hope to be agging the piss out of dudes all weekend long. So that is the ability cocktail we have on George Kittle. And George Kittle is very good. I've played a few games. He is very good. He's very similar to Darren Waller. Obviously not as fast. Brett Favre, still with Gunslinger, but now it is 2 AP instead of 1. Ryan Ramczyk with Edge Pro. And then Backfield Master on Reggie Bush. So that is how we are spending our 12 ability points on offense. Once again, since it is Wednesday, since I still have about a day left, I could potentially change this depending on how I feel. But I'll let you guys know if I do. We are still rocking play fake, so we can get that medium route running boost on our tight ends. Also short route running boost on the wide receivers as well. And once again, Niners and Raiders theme team. Sprinter is maxed out. Brawler is only 5 out of 15 on our offensive line. Alright, so that is the offense. If you have any questions about it, don't be hesitant. Let me know. Moving on then to the defense. The defense. Indeed, we have a couple of new characters on the cast of characters here this week we'll get into shortly. But no one on the front 7 has changed, and that's kind of been the common thing the last few weeks, is that I have not gotten any new D linemen at all. Ooh, excuse me. There's that obligatory burp. But I've got no new D linemen or no new linebackers in the game. We still have Raiders and Niners for the most part. Ted Hendricks is a goddamn animal. Leroy, and then just once again a whole bunch of Niners and Raiders kind of there for filler. Ricky Jackson as well. Hopefully he gets an upgrade soon because he is still a really good card. Now we go to the meat and potatoes of our defense, and that is the secondary, where we still have the Woodson and Woodson show, and no, they are not a law firm. The Woodson and Woodson show has taken over this team. Rod and Charles are both goddamn nightmares. They are both unreal. Now, you can't really see, but I do have abilities on Rod Woodson. You can kind of see what he has right above my head there. You can kind of see what he has, but we'll explain abilities here shortly. We picked up a new cornerback on the team. He is returning for the first time since probably the beginning of the year we had him. We used him. He's one of the first corners I had this year, and he's back. Troy Vincent. Troy Vincent is back. And once again, he has abilities. We'll talk about him here shortly. We still have Night Train Lane, though, but he's not here on the team because of theme teams. He's just chilling. So we are no longer going to be getting dick pics, unfortunately. Maybe that'll change, but we'll find out soon. But Night Train Lane was in the slot, but now I moved Charles Woodson to the slot. And that might have been the best decision I made on defense in a while, because Charles Woodson in the slot has just been unstoppable. He has been absolutely dominant. We still have Deion Sanders, not fully upgraded yet. Here he's almost fully upgraded on our team. He's still starting and everything as well. And then we have DRC down here, who's just chilling. Secondary-wise, safeties-wise, we have made a couple of changes. We went ahead. Sean Taylor now has 3 AP abilities. We'll mention them here shortly. We also have brought back Eddie Jackson. Now there is a super not so secret glitch. That's not even a glitch really. That has been taking the Madden community by storm. And there's a specific reason why we went back to Eddie Jackson. Ronnie Lott is no longer playing. Ronnie Lott was absolutely amazing, but Eddie Jackson has taken his spot for now. And then over at strong safety, we picked up Steve Atwater. We actually sold off Isaiah Simmons because he is still going for like almost 500,000 coins. More than that, actually. I was able to sell him for like 600 and some odd K. He was going for a lot. And honestly, he didn't really fit when it comes to abilities-wise what I wanted to do. So we went ahead, we sold him off, we picked up the much cheaper Steve Atwater. It's the first time I've used Steve Atwater this year. We have an ability on him. We'll talk about that here shortly. And then Taylor Mays, who I hope really gets an upgrade soon because he might be the best defensive player in the game if that is the case. But he's still chilling. Alright, now let's go ahead and get into what we're going to be using on defense with our ability points. So, right off the gate, there is what we have on Rod Woodson. And this is going to be a common theme you'll see here with these next few players I'll show. He still has Acrobat, which is still 1 AP on him. It's 1 AP only on cornerbacks now, which is painful for me, but it is what it is. And then he has mid-zone knockout or mid-zone KO. You could read the description for yourself, but you're going to see that a lot. Probably not on just my team, but you're going to see a lot of it on my team. You're going to see a lot of it on a lot of other teams as well. I don't want to spill the beans. I don't want to spill the tea or whatever. Release the cat out of the bag. It's been kind of low key. That mid zone KO is potentially the best defensibility in the game, but I don't want to go into much detail here in this video because it's not the time and place. So, Charles Woodson, he just has Acrobat on him. Sean Taylor. For the first time this year, we are going to be trying out the Lurker ability. Now, Lurker in Madden 20 was an absolute must if you wanted to use her anything, really. It was just absolute. You had to have it, otherwise you couldn't really animate very well at all. Now this year the user is very, very, very good, but it might have just gotten even better. Now, I've been going back and forth with a lot of other abilities that I've chosen to do on whether or not I wanted to make this move. I've honestly have not played a game with him with Lurker yet, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna experiment it. We're gonna see if it is the move. And if it is, we're gonna keep it. If it's not, we'll change it and we'll use the 2 AP elsewhere. Just like that. Troy Vincent, new to the team. The reason why we picked him up is because you can see he gets the mid-zone KO for 1 AP, whereas Rod Woodson gets it for 2. That's because Troy Vincent is a zone archetype cornerback. And Rod Woodson's man-to-man. Or no, he's a slot. So, it's only 1 AP on Troy Vincent. Pretty insane. It is also 1 AP on Steve Atwater and Eddie Jackson. Those are the main reasons why we have these two back on we have Eddie Jackson back on the team. That's the reason why we got Steve Atwater. It's because Ronnie Lott and Isaiah Simmons got it for 2, and that would have been a little bit of a stretch to have those two have it for 2, or I could just have these two players get it for just 1. So that's why we have gone back to Eddie Jackson. That's why we got Steve Atwater. Because they get the mid-zone knockout for 1 AP. And then Deion Sanders, last but not least here, with Acrobat. So, these are the abilities on defense. This is what we're going to take in a battle. I'm once again going to keep experimenting, going to keep seeing if this cocktail of abilities, the 12 ability points that I'm using, is it the move or is it not the move? And hopefully it is. As of now, it definitely is. Just want to have confirmation on that. Special teams. We still have the same special teams as last week. We still have Tyler Bass, the new kicker we picked up last week for pretty cheap, like $60K. Big time upgrade too. Specialists. Nothing has changed here at all, really. Still have Montez Sweat chilling back here. Tyreek Hill is going to be getting some burn once again, but he, for theme team purposes, has to be put back here because of I don't want him to interrupt the Niners-Raiders theme team. Otherwise, he would be on the main screen. And yeah, and then there's Night Train Lane. He's still on the roster, but he's just not on the main lineup screen. Strategy. We're still rocking all Raiders crap here to get the Raiders boost. And then the Raiders on offense, the Giants on defense. So, that is going to wrap things up. I always hate that these videos go way long. It's almost 26, or just now over 26 minutes long. But I like to update you guys of what the move is on both sides of the ball. And I feel like this team, as you can see, it's a 95 overall. It's pretty freaking good. I'm hoping and I'm praying that this upcoming week, this team balls out. It's going to be very interesting to see how players are going to be constructing their teams, especially with the changes. This is what we are bringing to the table. Honestly, it's not too drastic of a change. I didn't anticipate it being as drastic of a change. Some people are definitely going to be changing their teams drastically, but that's something I just don't do very often. I like to make gradual changes, slow changes. And that's what we made here with the lineup. If you guys have any questions at all with the lineup, offense, defense, or the whole 9 yards, just let me know down below in the comments section. And that's going to do it. That is going to do it here for the lineup update video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the second to last video of 2020. Tomorrow, December 31st, Weekend League Chronicles episode 15 will cap it off for the year 2020. And then honestly, I don't know what we're going to do on January 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I haven't decided yet. I don't know if there'll be another lineup update video. Potentially. There could be a gameplay. There could be pack opening. I do not know yet. But I'll keep you guys informed and posted the most on my Twitter page, which is down below in the description. So, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let you guys get on your way. Have a safe and happy rest of your day / night / morning if you're watching this in the morning. We'll see you tomorrow for episode 15 of Weekend League Chronicles. I don't know what time yet. Probably go out in the morning, I'm assuming, because that's when I typically like to do it, is to get it out early in the morning for you guys so you can watch it then. But until then, we'll see ya.